At the time I'm recording this video, Seedance 2.5 is already out. It's a pretty big step up from Seedance 2.0, which I think most of you are already familiar with. So in this video, I want to ask one question. Is it actually the best model right now? Because when you're making films, it's not just about which model looks the best or gives you the highest quality. Price to performance matters too. So today, I'm going to compare Seedance 2.5 and WAN 3.0.
Maintenance assignment, inspect and repair water pipeline at designated coordinates.
Understood.
Seedance 2.5. It looks really good. It understands a lot of the cinematography language that makes a shot look nice, and it also understands action very well. There's only one thing I want to complain about a little bit. It got the location wrong. I clearly gave it this location in the prompt, but it rendered a completely different place. I think it got confused by the monster reference image. After I changed the prompt and locked the location more strictly, then it finally got it right. In the case of WAN, it actually understood this better. And from this location issue, I also noticed something else. Seedance seems to focus much more on the action itself. It doesn't really give me those beautiful, wide establishing shots like WAN does. But WAN is weaker in another area. Every time there's physical contact, you can see some morphing. Play it back slowly and you'll see it. Every time the sword makes contact, the movement isn't correct at all. In this example, WAN doesn't really understand what a sword fight is supposed to look like. Technically, the fighting is not correct at all. Seedance is much better here. So next time I use WAN, I'll probably avoid fight scenes with too much physical contact. I'd use WAN more for establishing shots. And keep this in mind, WAN is around 3 times cheaper than Seedance 2.5. Earlier, I mentioned that Seedance 2.5 sometimes gets the location wrong because of the way I write prompts. This is the canvas in top view. Basically, it lets you manage everything using nodes, so your ideas and your workflow can be organized in a much more logical way. For example, everything related to locations can stay together. Everything related to characters can stay together. Then, I can connect this location with this character to create a shot. From that shot, I can extract the final frame, turn it into the next storyboard, and keep building from there. Everything is laid out right in front of you. Let's make a video using the agent. I want this character to walk into the bar, and I want the camera to follow from behind. But how do I turn that idea into actual cinematic language? How do I describe it properly? This is where the agent inside Canvas becomes really useful. I select these 2 nodes, drag them over here. The first card is my cyborg character. The second one is the bar. Then I simply write, the shot begins with a tracking shot, following the character from behind. That's it. The agent then takes the idea and turns it into a much more detailed prompt. It even describes how the opening should begin, where the camera should be positioned behind the character, around shoulder level, and how it should follow him into the bar. And look at the result. It creates a really nice shot, and it actually feels cinematic. So clearly, this agent is pretty smart. It understands cinematography, and more importantly, it helps translate a simple idea in my head into proper cinematic instructions. Next up, how to make the most of Film Studio. The thing is, I know what a tracking shot is. I know it means that the camera will follow the character. But how are you supposed to know that if you've never learned cinematography? And that's exactly why Film Studio becomes useful. Click on Camera Work and you'll see all these basic camera movements and shot types. There are many camera movement presets here, and each one comes with a video example, so even if you don't know the terminology, you can still understand what each camera move actually looks like. Here's an example. I write the prompt for the shot first. Then, under Camera Work, I choose the Low Orbit preset, and the result becomes a shot like this. So basically, it lets you guide the camera movement using one of the existing presets. Besides camera movement, you can also choose the camera and lens setup. There are recommended presets that let you recreate the visual style of famous directors. Then, under Style, you can control things like the color, the lighting, and so on. That's where I think Film Studio has a lot of value. I invite you to try Top View for yourself. I've already put the link in the description below. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.